Welcome to Home Farm. Today we're going to be reviewing this cordless lawnmower from Toro.
We have an existing Hater lawnmower.
Yeah, a Hater lawnmower.
Which we actually inherited, but it is a corded electric lawnmower.
So we decided it was time to get something a little bit more powerful and cordless.
Cordless. We do have a battery operated Makita,
We do.
which we purchased pretty much when we moved into this property. But we bought that really for the back garden.
Yeah.
But got it on sale. It's very low spec.
And it's
low
underpowered.
powered.
After a lot of extensive research online, we came up with this Toro product, which on paper has got the power and it's got the battery to hopefully do the job that we need it to do. So today we're just going to unbox and see what's inside. We're then going to charge the battery, and then weather permitting tomorrow, we'll actually come out, put it into action. First up, we've got the grass collector. It's fabric, it's not plastic, with a unmissable Toro logo on it. Typically, lawnmowers are in the kind of 38 to 42, 43 centimeter radius range. This, I think, if memory serves me correctly, is 53 centimeters. So on the website, you can actually position this so you don't even have to store it flat.
Oh yeah.
You can actually stand it up.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that will take up even less space.
That's true, like, because that's your feet. So the chassis on this one is metal, which on the previous Hater and some of the other models that we were looking at, they were plastic. So we actually thought that this would be better for this environment,
Definitely.
a little bit more rugged and durable.
And the wheel construction is also a lot better than others that we saw.
Yeah,
They're still plastic, they're not rubber, but they just look a little bit more durable
Yeah.
than other models that we saw. This is the compartment where the batteries are going to go. That is a serious amount of space, so the batteries are going to be big. So this is a 60 volt, 6 amp battery. You also get the charger that goes with the battery. It says Flex Force, it feels more like Space Force. It's really, really modern, and I'm super impressed with the quality and the branding.
So it's the next morning. The battery is fully charged.
It is.
We believe. It did make a bit of a hum noise. I think that's something that kind of I always pick up on with some of these
Yeah.
batteries for the garden and outdoor tools. That some of them, they do make quite a loud humming sound. So this one is no exception.
So we'll just quickly discuss the key features with regards to this lawnmower. We'll probably start by looking at the way that it actually collects or mulches grass. So you've got a little lever on the front here. When it's pushed down, it'll actually collect into the collection container. And when you push it up, it basically mulches.
Right.
When it mulches, it closes the back flap.
Okay.
When you do that, then it'll start to try and either contain it inside the actual lawnmower, so the mulch falls down through the bottom, or it'll come out the side discharge unit, which is the way that we've installed it now. So this is a self-propelling mower, which kind of makes sense given how heavy it is. So the way that you can see now is when you push this is what regulates the speed with which the mower will propel itself. We're going to do the first pass with the wheels up at 10 centimeters. We're going to start the mower now. We'll let you hear how loud it is. To do that, you pull this bar back, push the blue start button, and the machine comes on. I think that thing that surprised me the most is that it's probably not as loud as I thought it was going to be. I'm now going to push the handle down so that it propels itself, and I'm not exerting any weight on the machine right now. It's actually quite cool from my perspective. I'm sure you'll get to see it now. When you actually push the bar down, it does pull the machine from you. You're not actually having to physically push it. It actually just it runs away from you, and you can control the speed quite easily.
There's hardly any vibration of it. I'm
No.
not getting really any vibration.
True.
There's so many bars, but they're all really chunky
Yeah,
and big that
true.
you actually feels very comfortable in the hand. It's like really nice molded plastic.
To give you an idea now of the various heights, we cut this strip on 10 centimeters. It hardly took anything off the top. Did this strip on 80 millimeters, so 8 centimeters. Again, a little bit more, but not hugely noticeable. The middle stretch we've kept completely uncut, just to give you an idea of the different heights. As we move across to this side, this was cut at 60 mils. So it was a far better cut. We actually started to take stuff off the top. And because the lawn hasn't been cut for about 10 days, we did this on the 44 mil. And I think this is the height for us because it's taken off a good amount off the top, left quite a bit of grass at the bottom, and hasn't really taken it down to the roots. So I think this is the height that we will maintain this particular lawn on going forward. So I've just emptied the collection bin. With our little hater, it would probably take about 4 or 5 containers to come close to filling this bin, the black bin, and 1 container from the Toro has almost filled that. So it's pretty big. We're gonna give the mulching a go. So I'm just gonna put the deflector shield back on, which really slots in quite easily. Just clips in and it goes into place. We're going to take this blue lever, push it up. That's now closed the back flaps and nothing's going to escape that way. And when we mow the lawn, we should now start seeing grass clippings shooting out the side. We have cut a lot of grass. We've used the mower now for about a month. We've tried a variety of different things so that we can really test the limits of what it's capable of. And generally speaking, it has actually excelled in everything that we had hoped it would actually do. So this lawn that we showed you initially, it's about 400 square meters worth of turf. With the old push mower, it took me anywhere between 3 and 4 hours to typically get through that. The most recent run on this, 39 minutes. Wow. So it's a huge saving. The very first day that we used the mower, the grass was very long, as you remember. Yeah. So we went through the battery quite quickly. We had to go and recharge it midway through. So we actually had 2 charges to get through the whole lawn. Yeah. Now we're mowing it at 44 mils. We're actually using the mulcher and it only gets through half the battery. So that's quite a good indicator of 400 square meters, half the battery. That's pretty good.
That's good, and I actually think that it's completely changed the way that we mow and how frequently we mow, in the fact that we can actually mulch this.
Yeah.
So before, the fact that we were stuck on a bag system, where we
Yeah.
constantly had to collect and bag, and then you were having to stop and empty the bag every
And head halfway down the field and then track all the way back.
Yeah.
Took a lot of time.
For me, using it, I've really enjoyed the drive system,
Yeah.
and the fact that you press it and it goes. I do think that the maximum pulling,
Yeah.
I think, is a little bit excessive. The fast speed for me is just way too fast.
Yeah.
But the moderate one, so just lightly pressing it, it really does go quite quickly.
On the flat area, you're actually not accelerating at all because it's easy enough to push.
Yeah.
Where I think it becomes really interesting is when we mow down in the field where we've got a bit of a gradient.
Yeah.
When you're actually pushing it up the hill, gravity actually pushes the mower back at you. So you're actually having to press this down automatically, and that accelerates you up the hill. So that really makes life a lot easier. I tend to find now that when I'm actually mowing down or in a flat area, I'm not actually accelerating the motor, because the more you accelerate the motor, the quicker your battery discharges. So you just need to obviously bear that in mind. So,
Yeah.
but it, you do get a feel. It took a couple of weeks of use, but now we really are maximizing the battery.
I think my only wish for this product is that they actually put handles
Definitely.
onto the front, onto there, as many
Definitely.
handles as possible, so that you've got carry handles, because I do feel like it is a beast. It is heavy, especially for one person.
It is.
Especially if you had a terrace garden and you had to go down different levels. Bit of a
You
schlep.
wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I don't even think I'd feel comfortable trying to pick it up at the bottom. Or maybe you can, because it is a metal chassis, but
I mean, to have two of you, which would have access to carry handles and you'd be able to lift it together, it would make it safer and so much easier to maneuver around.
as an additional comment, I tend to find that lowering the wheels, you have to do each wheel separately, is really easy. When you are down in the field and you have to pick it up to the maximum height, the back two wheels pick up really, really easily. So you actually push that little lever back and it adjusts the wheels. The front two wheels, you really have to apply quite a bit of force, and it almost feels like you're just straining the little lever a little bit. And I'm always a bit wary that I obviously don't want to break it.
Yeah.
So you've got to just be a little bit careful with that. So that is...
That could do with improvement.
Yeah, I think that if there was one, because all the wheels, according to the manual, have to be at the same height. So it would have almost been nicer if there was just one lever to just raise and drop the entire mower.
And the bag, you said that the bag takes a really large volume of grass, which you weren't pleased with.
An incredible amount. So one bag actually collects a bin full. As we'd shown earlier in the video.
Wow.
That in itself is a big saving in terms of time, because you're not having to empty, close.
Yeah.
And the way that it's designed, just the ease of which you can actually take it off and put it back on, is also really good. The reason that we have opted for battery operated model versus a petrol machine is because we are trying to be as sustainable as possible as a household. And what's been really interesting for me is because I've now monitored how much it costs and how much it actually takes to recharge the battery. So the battery recharge takes about 3.5 to 4 hours from the point where it's completely empty, and it costs 5p to recharge the battery completely. And because we charge during the day, we've got a solar panel system at the back.
Wow.
So in essence, we are recharging this for free.
Wow.
And we are being very sustainable. So there's no CO2 emissions.
Yeah.
The whole thing is very, very sustainable and eco-friendly.
So overall, good purchase?
I think that this has revolutionized our lawn mowing. I absolutely love this mower. I love the power. I love the eco aspects of it.
Yeah.
There's just a lot to like about it. And
It feels like it's going to last us, a number of years.
definitely a long time.
Yeah.
So it's ticked just about all the boxes that we'd actually hoped for.
Exceeded expectations?
I think it's exceeded expectations. I'd read reviews online of battery operated mowers. Obviously people try and draw parallels between petrol versus electric.
Yeah.
In this instance, I think that I can't imagine a petrol mower being much more powerful than that. Yes, the battery can run out, but
You can run out of petrol.
definitely. So, just the sheer power of this, you can always get a second battery too. So you can always have a backup that you can fall back on. So from that perspective, I think it's just a fantastic lawnmower.
Awesome. We hope you found this video useful and interesting.
If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
We hope to see you on our next video. Thanks for watching.